Oka is the Chickasaw and Choctaw word for water. This conference is all about water sustainability, and it's important to the state because we have a lot of great water resources, but we as citizens need to come together collaboratively to really look at what are those water resources and how do we ensure for our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren that those water resources are still available. Several years ago, the legislature passed an initiative called Water for 2060, which said we would not use any more water in 2060 than we did when that legislation was passed in 2012. So if we're going to achieve that goal, hadn't we better start discussing how we achieve that goal?
The technology that we're showing is a water filtration system that can take produced water and clean it and provide it right back to the fracking operation as close to the point of use as possible. If you're taking the water that's coming from the well and returning it to as close to the use as possible, that will allow less of a fresh water input that's needed to be utilized to frack the well, but also all the water that comes off that's not reutilized has to be disposed of in some manner. So really on both ends, both the feed portion and the removal portion, we're reducing the amount of use and kind of closing that circuit. The advantage of recycling and reusing that water whenever possible will really provide a benefit, a cost benefit, not only to the oil company, but also a benefit in sustainability.
Israel is a world leader in water. I don't think a lot of people know that. Israel is now what they call water independent from the climate for their rain. They've learned how to manufacture or reutilize, recycle, reuse the water that they have. They've been in the water innovation business for about 70 years. They've been planning, strategic planning around water for over 100 years. So what they have to offer America, the Midwest, Oklahoma in particular, are strategies around water creation, water reusage, and all kinds of technologies. Started an organization, We Launch, W-E Launch, to connect Israeli water innovation to the U.S. Midwest. We call the Silicon Prairie, and Oklahoma in particular. Oklahoma is impressive, but not nearly as impressive as Oklahoma, Iowa, Kansas. If you take us in our aggregate, our gross domestic product, GDP, would make us the 4th or 5th largest country in the world. We are a powerhouse as a region. And when it comes to agriculture and water, there isn't a close second. So the Silicon Prairie is a way of reframing who we are at a much larger level to communicate a proactive vision of the Midwest.
We've been no-tilling since 1995, or at least trying to figure out no-till. Part of the problem with heavy tillage is that's why we've eroded away half of our topsoil nationwide. By tearing the soil up when it rains, we shut down the infiltration, it runs down the stream. Water quality and quantity is affected by that. So on our operation, we try to fix that with no-till, cover crops, keep something living and growing, which really mimics Mother Nature in the native prairie system.